Alrighty, welcome to Campsite Out of the Fire for this week. This week we're going to be making a basic cloak pin. What is basically the basic starting spirals of what I did in the fork, both ends. This is a piece of, now to remember, 8mm rod of what we're going to be using today. It was roughly about 20 centimeters at the most. And yeah, technique, what we're going to be doing is drawing these out into a fine point, rounding them off, then making the loop, do the other end, do the same thing, draw it out, make the loop, then from there we'll bend it around the horn, then we'll get the piece of spring steel, what is the pin, we'll flatten the pin out so we can actually get a nice tight twist. When we finish with that, we'll bring it over, cut it off, and we'll have that ready to go. So very shortly the metal will be hot, so yeah, so here we go. So it's going to be the basic cloak pin. From this you can actually build so many other different ones, so let's play. So basically, bring it down, square, so, then do diagonal to the edges, to the edge, and then start rounding it off. Like so. This time I'm only going to be doing one at a time, just to make it a little bit more, so I don't have as many made up shortly. So. But yeah, this is you can do these in so many different ways. You can make them have twists, you can have them with the extra, you can have them flat, you can have them raised up so it actually locks, you can have extra spirally bits like these ones. You can turn them into snakes, dragons, all kinds of interesting shapes and forms. Yeah, that's put a interesting Celtic pattern in them as well. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Yeah, and then feel free to share. So from here, you bring it over to the edge, drop it over. So it starts bending, bring it back. Like so, and then from there I'll heat up to about here, cut it off, and do the same thing on the other end. So put in there, get in there and get it hot in, and I'll pop that in ready for the next one. Catch you in a bit. Okay, now I'm about to cut it off quickly. Say about there, maybe about there. Take from that, grab the tongs from there, snap it off, put that bit back in the fire, nah, too cold, put that back in the fire, and it makes it clear some space so you can actually see what I'm about to do next. Okay, now it's hot again. Bring it out. Same as like here on the other end. Put it back. Down to a point. This technique is also shown in the fork and the meat pick demonstration, and also the spoon if I remember rightly. So definitely go back and watch those videos. It's worth having to check out. You can see how bad I was when I first started doing these. But yeah, so yeah. And then we're going to round this off, do the next thing, and then I'll bring it out and do the actual swirl. Okay. Hot again. Now we're going to do the octagonals and rounding it off. the same, going the same way, so that way you know you got the right, going the right way, so you don't have to re-twist it later on to actually get to face the right direction. Where I'm used to doing these swirls by hand, you can actually do them with a set of twisting tongs. Actually, so you can make it easier to actually get the really small refined twists. While that's heating up, I'll explain what I did with the springs. So I'm using an old trampoline spring to make the pins on here. This is basically, you pull this, heat it up, you draw it out so it actually opens up, so it looks like this. Still got the hooky bit on the end so you know it's still the spring. From there, I bring it, from that, and then I straighten it out. From this, I make the actual pin here. Once we do the twist for the actual rounding off here, I'll quickly demonstrate how to do the pin, and that would be the finishing pin. The only thing you have to do afterwards is get a wire brush, coating of a beeswax and linseed oil, and put a sharpen the tip up, and then you would have a finished cloak pin. So we'll get these back off the anvil while it's nearly hot. So, but yeah, there's a little. I like reusing old materials, and because I had access to a couple of trampolines that got blown over in a storm not long ago, I've got a whole heap of trampoline springs given to me, and I've been using them for the cloak pins and the thief tools. So, alrighty, let's swap over to the smaller hammer. Bring it over, bring it to the anvil, start bending it over the horn, like so, and bring it back under, so you can actually make it a bit more circular. So you've already got this bit down there, heat this section up and do the same on the other end. Actually I might be able to do it while I've still got a little bit of residual heat in there. So you can see how I've already got the rough shape. Now I just need to neaten it up on here, and then I'll be bringing it out, and then we'll be adding the pin to it. So like, subscribe and comment, share with friends. I've got a mission to get to 1,000 subscribers. Once I hit 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to be making a backs and sacks. What is a Viking knife? Some people call it sea axe, but it's actually sacks. It's a Viking long knife. I've got a couple of designs that I want to play with, and possibility I might actually do them as an extra bonus thing for myself. But if I get subscribers real quickly, I may even put it up as a possibility of you guys being able to win it. So yeah, definitely like, subscribe and share. But yeah, I'm going to make it as the 1,000 subscriber bonus video for you guys. So, well, I've also just brought myself a little gas forge, a little casting furnace, so I can actually do some lost wax casting for future videos. So yeah, so now I've neatened that up and made it a little bit more and able to open up the gap here. I'm going to put this to the side. Actually, I'm going to pop it on top of the anvil. But then I'm going to grab the piece of spring steel that I've already showed you what I've already drawn out and get that ready to go. Let's heat that up and let's start making the rest of it. So, because it's such a small piece of material, this should actually heat up really quickly. And yeah, so I'll be able to quickly make this ring for you. Oh no, ring, pin. Because it's always interesting to see how the different bits go. So here we go, come out, about 2, bring it out. So I've actually thinned it out, put a flat surface on and flared it out slightly. You might not be able to see it on the film, but it's enough so I can actually start bending it up and over. So, get it hot again. And I'm going to need to grab a ring already. That was real quick. So I'll grab that ring. Pop it right there. You'll see why I popped it on a certain position. So, you take it to the edge, start rolling it over. So you actually got a little hook, start bringing it back over. Once again. Then you bring it over, hook the cloak pin, drop the cloak pin over the edge and start tapping that down. You may need to heat it up again, but this has still got a nice amount of heat still left in, so I'm able to get it on. I make quite a lot of these, so I'm getting pretty proficient at it. But I just made that a little bit too small because I came down onto the tapered piece here, so I'm going to have to open it up slightly. So the whole thing has to now go back in the fire. Where if I did it in one nice smooth go, I would have been able to get it all done and then cut off on the next heat. So yeah. And don't forget to subscribe and let me know what you guys, and comment, just let me know what you guys want to see me make. Making the eating kits now, and the, not the eating kits, the cloak pins and that are part of the LARP set that I'm doing at the moment. I'm working on making up some kit for a local LARP group called Soilcraft in Australia. I actually go to the event called Quest, what is their largest event in Australia, and I actually sell as a merchant at this event, so I actually make these up for them at the event. So yeah, they always get different styles. At the end of the video I'll grab a whole heap and bring them over and actually show you. I'm not sure if I've done a couple of the other ones because I reckon I might solve them, but I'll bring them over to show you. So from here, swap back to the heavier hammer. Because we're going to be cutting off the piece of spring steel. So, bring it over, roughly work out how much is going to be a male or female. Longer the time the female, shorter the time the male. This is the way to describe how these need to be. Then from there, snap it off. I'll just heat that back up for a sec. And I need to find, where did I put that on? Can't seem to find it. Back in a sec. Okay, can't seem to find my sealing wax. So, I've left this in the forge a tad bit too long. It's now really bright and hot. I only wanted this to be slightly red, so I could actually brush all the scale off it. And because it was still too hot when I actually hit that with the brush just then, I actually just bent the tin. So. If you bend the pin slightly wrong, you can easily fix it with another set of pliers. And yeah, make sure you take all the scale off. This is where I normally put the paste on, but I can't seem to find it. It's in the shop here somewhere. Oh, there's a brush, I can use that. Just have to wait for it to get a little bit cooler. But yeah, this was got a mixture of linseed and beeswax on this, so just need to come on, cool down. So yeah, just still way too hot. But I'll let that cool down on the end for a sec while I turn the gas on. And swap to the small, grab the again. Because yeah, once it cools down enough I can actually put the wax on. Yeah, still way too hot. But yeah, the wax is basically, while it's still hot enough to absorb it, but not too hot that it burns it straight off like it is at the moment, because at the moment it's way too hot. But this mixture is so you can actually make it so it actually acts like a water sealing boundary. It's almost like putting a layer of case hardening onto it, but it's enough to make it waterproof. But yeah, I'd really like to know where I put the rest of it, because this is not enough to do the job. And also, it makes up the rim quite bad too, if you do it too hot. But you can see it's already starting to coat it, so it's actually cooling down enough to do the job. But once it cools down to a certain point, you grab your wiping rag. That's a good point. Where's my wiping rag? And try not to drop it like I just did. But yeah, you just coat it with this stuff, and yeah, it actually gives it a good waterproofing boundary, so it means it won't rust as quick. Where I've had a couple of these go really rusty really quick because I didn't actually have the proper gear for it. I'll grab the oily rag, grab it. I know it's still way too hot for me to touch this bare-handed, and tell because it's burned through the thing. And while it's got this water, the thin layer of stuff on it too, it also means you can chuck it in the water now and it won't actually start the rusting process. So, pull that off. Because it actually pulls, so it actually comes off really easy. The water actually flows off it in beads. Yeah, that's cool. So there we go. There's the basic one. This has also got a locking mechanism built into it, so when it's actually got the pressure on here, if it rotates, it won't actually come off here, unless you lift it up and goes between the gap. Where the ones that are flat, like this one, it will slowly rotate until it finds the gap and then it opens. If it's not positioned properly, it would actually slide off and fall off and you'll actually lose them. So I like putting the extra little bit on tool to make sure you don't actually lose them. So that's another project for you guys to have a play with during the blacksmith shop. So yeah, definitely don't forget to like, subscribe and comment, and I'll go get the other ones and show you what the other ones look like. Alrighty, and I'm back. So here's the other ones that I was saying about. So here's the plain one, basic. Then you can also have the twisted, the middle. This is a double twist, so one my. But you can also do these with a alternating one. So actually get a alternating pattern or wavy effect on them. Makes a very interesting pattern when you get them. This one's also got the locking mechanism in it. Then I've got my snake one that I do. This one you actually wear it that way, because then the actual tail of the snake actually locks it in position as well. So, but yeah, basic snake one. That one's for a heavy blanket kind of, or heavy fur coat kind of ones. So that's the snake. Then I just do the double twists. Also does have the locking points as well. But this one is a very heavy one. It also goes for heavy fabrics, wool, and furs. And then I've got the straight down ones. These are actually the most historical you can come across, where there is no raise, so there's no locking mechanism, so it actually comes and easily come apart and come loose. So you got, these are just the basic ones that I do, and also I do the double swirl one as well. But yeah, these are just the few of the different ways you can actually play with the different styles and patterns that you can do with the basic cloak pins. So yeah, so please come again next time. I'll have a new video hopefully every Thursday from now on. Very shortly we'll be going into fire season here in Australia, so I will be shutting down the forge and actually doing cold work, so it's going to be interesting to see what I'm going to be coming up with for that. So yeah, but still, stay in contact, stay connected. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and yeah, I'll catch you next time.